put the torch back in the sconce. You press the Dark One sign against the top of the altar. The sand swirls and shifts to form a mirror image of the sign. The Dark One sign dissolves into the sand, its purpose fulfilled at last. You unroll the scroll containing the bone ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya Avuzel, Dark One, come! I stand among your massive bones. Let your skeleton once more be filled with your presence. The rocks of the cave creak and groan around you, as if forced to bear some massive weight. Ya Avuzel, take shape once more in this place that is your home. Stand again among us. The bones near the altar start to sway and move, as if a massive wind was blowing change through the cavern. Ya Avuzel, Dark One, come. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. Suddenly you realize that the nearest bones have formed into a cage and are closing around you. There isn't room or time for you to climb out of the bone cage. Bracing yourself, you apply all your strength to the cage bones. The rocks give a terrible shriek, then shatter. You take the torch. You force the sphincter open with your dagger. You are in an eerie cave that appears to have been formed by red lava. It's a long way down to the pits between the narrow passageways. A stone arch forms a sort of bridge at this point. It's a large, rather ordinary boulder. The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. Feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. A bowl set beneath the altar is partly filled with the still, viscous blood of many past victims. You can see black stains on the sides of the bowl, grim relics of the dark priests with bad aim. You unroll the scroll containing the blood ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya Avuzel, bringer of blood, I bring fresh blood to fill your veins. Following the scroll's instructions, you prick your finger and let a few drops of blood drip into the altar bowl. They seem to sizzle and roil within the black bowl. Ya Avuzel, let this chamber fill with your fiery blood once more. Drops of thick acid liquid begin to form and drip from the altar into the bowl. Ya Avuzel, bringer of blood! The dark liquid oozes forth from openings throughout the chamber and begins to fill the channels below. The blood hisses and sizzles as it flows. The scroll falls from your hands into the altar bowl, where it is instantly consumed by the acid. A thick, putrescent liquid now oozes and flows through the cave. It looks highly corrosive and in general like something you'd best avoid. The blood bears a striking resemblance to hydrofluoric acid, at least in its corrosive properties. The stone has been formed into a number of strange globes in this part of the cave. A stone image of a huge unearthly creature with tentacles has been carved out of the rock on the left side. It's another valve or sphincter, much like the one through which you entered. Stone bubbles are everywhere in this section of the cave. They remind you of something, but it's not quite coming to you.
It looks pretty much as if
the huge stone tentacle is hollow. It somehow reminds you of a mocking imitation of a musical instrument. The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. You unroll the scroll containing the breath ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to read the ritual. "Ya, a woozle of the breath of night! I shall come to draw forth your breath in the song of shadows. On the most right horn shall I begin thy song. The shadows of darkness gather. Ya, a woozle! Then shall I play on the leftmost of three. The wind shall come forth among the shadows. I shall bring breath again unto thy centre. The wind of darkness blows all before it. Ya, a woozle of the breath of night! I shall sound the final note on high. The shadows of darkness shall rise again." You sense an awakening and a waiting within the altar, as if it is alive and expecting something more. You take a deep breath, then blow hard into the hollow tentacle. You take a deep breath, then blow hard into the hollow tentacle. You take it. You take a deep. You feel totally numb. Can't see anything, feel anything, hear anything, taste anything, or even smell anything. Is this totally senseless? Maybe you'd better, see what you can do about regaining some more of your senses before you bother trying to look around any more. You have no idea whether you've managed to do anything or not. You have absolutely no sense of touch. Wait. You just felt something, hard and round with some spiky bits sticking out. Your sense of touch has returned. Wow, did something just die in here? Your sense of smell has just returned with a vengeance. You kind of wish it hadn't. You hear a loud, almost explosive pounding and something like rushing water. After a moment you realize that you're hearing the sounds of your own heartbeat and of the blood pulsing through your veins. You stand still for a second until the sounds subside to a dull throb. You can hear again. Blinding glare assaults your vision and you nearly fall from the path. It's as if you're staring directly at the sun. After a bit you still see stars. Now at last you can see the cave you're in. Ahead of you lies the altar. It looks like a stone sledgehammer. It appears to be a giant slingshot or a stirrup. It's a round ball with a number of sharp-looking spikes. The rounded spur of rock reminds you of something. It's just on the tip of your tongue. No, of your nose. That's it. The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. You begin to read the sense ritual before the altar. Ya, Avuzel! Dark calls unto darkness. Reach out thy tentacles to feel life again. Let the sense of this world permeate thy smell. Ya, Avuzel! The sounds of our world are loud in thine ears, to do with what thou will. Let the light and shadow of this world enter thy sight. Let thine own shadow of darkness cover the world without the need of light. Ya, Avuzel! Dark calls unto darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. You hear a crackling noise and see flashes of lightning from the dendrites as the smell of ozone permeates the air. You unroll the scroll containing the heart ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, Avuzel, master of darkness, your servant stands now before your heart of darkness. Let your heart pulsate again with power and life. You feel a heavy throbbing sensation from your own heart, as if some force is trying to rip it free from your chest. Ya, Avuzel, let the heart of darkness force the black blood through your veins. The pressure on your chest relaxes as the stone heart begins to pulse and throb with unearthly energy. Ya, Avuzel, master of darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. The rumbling noise grows louder as a passage opening appears in the ceiling above the heart altar.
Very good. You have succeeded where many have failed. Begin the final ritual. Soon the darkness will return to this land, and I will never lie helpless in my coffin again. Summon Avuzel and free the shadows of darkness.
Enough talk! Let's get this over with.
I do believe you are jealous. Is that because this hero stopped you from summoning Iblis so long ago? You resent the fact that I triumphed while you failed, don't you?
I only wish to begin your moment of triumph, my dear Dark Master.
Very well. Let the final ritual begin.
You begin to recite the final ritual. Ya, Avuzel, we summon thee. Cold chill fills you, and you feel as if your blood was being sucked from your veins. Still you continue. O great Dark One, enter the world of light. You feel as if your feet were slowly and painfully dissolving into the floor as if by acid. Somehow you continue the essence ritual. O shadows of darkness, enter the land of the living. Your arms feel as if they were frozen, locked forever holding this paper. You continue to speak because you have no other choice. O Master of the Forever Night, return to your own body and live again. Your head aches, and it's getting incredibly difficult to concentrate. You can barely intone the last words of the ritual. Ya, Avuzel, we summon thee.
Yes! Yes! The spell is completed, and Avuzel awakens. Darkness will fill the land, and we will never flee the sunshine again. No! How dare you!
Ah, you have just shattered the bonds which bound me. Now we shall see who is the true Dark Master.
I am still a far greater master of magic than you. I am a far more powerful vampire than you. Do you really think your spells can harm me? Guess again.
But my dear Katrina, I do not need to cast spells at you to destroy you. I intend only to destroy my enemy, the one you seem so fond of. Care to watch him die?
No! I will not let him die!
The fool! I knew that Avuzel would be attracted by that spell. Now Katrina will have all the darkness she so desired, and much, much more. Ah, the first part of my vengeance is complete. Now I can enjoy fully watching you die slowly and painfully.
The tendrils you clutch so desperately are starting to slip through your numb fingers. You cannot hold on much longer. Still, there is a fire burning inside you as you realize that Katrina truly cared for you. You know that you must stop rhys-davies once more and forever, and prevent the Dark One from fully entering this world.
There's no place you can run to, and no place for you to hide. Soon there won't even be a place to stand upon. Getting worried, great hero?
You don't have time to deal with the crystal right now. Rhys-davies is trying to kill you. The nodes look like clusters of nerve cells made out of stone. Each is just large enough to hold one person. You face the worst of two worlds. Rhys-davies still has...
With you and Katrina out of the way, no one can prevent me from taking over this land. I can easily turn any enemy into my own personal vampire slave, as Katrina did to me. Soon, an army of powerful servants, I will be the most powerful creature in the world. I have waited a long time for the pleasure of destroying Katrina. She dared to think she could be my master. Ha! The darkness will allow me to move freely, no longer bound to stay within travel time of my coffin. And what will happen to the foolish peasants in the village? Now that you have so conveniently removed the protection from the town by taking Irana's staff away, they will become my father. Irana was a fool. She thought she was going to prevent the Dark One from entering this world. Instead, she only destroyed herself. What are you laughing about? Are you mad? It is such a pleasant sight to see you grovel. You do it so well.
You tell rhys-davies that you have contacted the Wizards' Institute of Technocery, and every wizard who ever lived is waiting outside to destroy him.
I don't believe you.
You inquired if rhys-davies would believe all the members of the Eternal Order of Fighters are coming to beat him to a pulp.
Of course not.
You asked if rhys-davies would believe that the Burgomeister is waiting outside with a warrant for his arrest.
Enough of this foolish waste of time. I'm going to destroy you for good this time. Go ahead, throw it. You'll take your one shot, which I shall easily deflect. Then I'll finish with you at my leisure.
You tell the ultimate joke about the wizard and the farmer's daughter. That's a killer.
You think to delay your demise by telling stupid jokes? That wasn't even funny.
Despite his protestations, rhys-davies begins to laugh. In a few moments, he's doubled over, still laughing uncontrollably. Now's your chance! You don't have time to... A voice forms in the air around you, seemingly coming from your glowing staff. It is time for you to fulfill my final destiny. You must use me to release my mistress from her imprisonment. A luminescent crystal pulses with magical energy. This must be the crystal in which Irana was trapped during her final battle against the Dark One. It's just out of reach. You can reach the crystal with your sword, but nothing happens when you touch it. You need to try something more closely attuned. You touch the staff of Irana to the crystal.
You walk in honor and righteousness. This day you have freed the land of Mordavia from great evil. May you always hold high the way of the Paladin. You have freed me from my imprisonment by the Dark One. I have driven Avuzel back to its own dimension forever. Your magic is of great power to have overcome the evil which was in this place. It seems we shared a dream once. You gave me hope while I was trapped in the darkness. You held me in your arms and showed me your love. I cannot hold you now, nor can we kiss. I am only a spirit, a ghost. It will take more magic than I have ever known before we shall ever be together again. I can only thank you for everything you have done. I shall love you forever. Farewell.
2 weeks pass from the final encounter in the Dark One's cave. Your friends and acquaintances in Mordavia hold a party in your honor at Castle Boga.
So even as we speak, the swamp is drying up. Soon the pass will open, and we may trade with the outside world.
NAFTA, because we have to. We can finally sell our produce to others. Yeah, we'll export garlic to all parts of the world. Everybody'll be stinky.
We can even import an elephant or two, just for old time's sake.
The king has sent word that I shall be the newly appointed Boga. Castle Boga will again protect and guard Mordavia.
He could not have chosen a worthier person for the role. And I mean that sincerely.
We have gathered here to thank this hero. He has driven away the shadows of darkness from this land. Mordavia will again be the peaceful, beautiful land of our forefathers.
The people fill the room with their cheers.
He returned Tanya to us. For that, we shall be forever grateful.
He proved that dreams can be real if you work to make them so.
He brought me back to my mommy and daddy, and you know what? They weren't even mad at me.
Everyone again gives a cheer of happiness.
Igor be engraved if not for hero friend. Instead of redhead, Igor be deadhead. Little graveyard humor there.
I would have been burned at the stake only because I am a gypsy, if this hero had not befriended me.
That's because some people whose names I won't mention, but you know who you are, spread nasty rumors that gypsies were werewolves. How foolish to believe such things.
There are many here who owe their lives and happiness to this hero. In a land with a history of great heroes like Pyotr and Irana, he is one of the greatest.
Again, the hall is filled with cheers of excitement. You suddenly hear a familiar pair of voices.
There, that's it. I believe this crystal ball is finally working. Do you see anything, Fenris?
Yeah, I see him. He's with a bunch of people. It's either a reward ceremony or a lynch mob.
What? Let me see. Well, it's a reward ceremony, of course. He's probably done some great deed, as usual.
So now what?
Well, seeing that his adventure in Mordavia is obviously over, we bring him here to Silmaria, of course.
Suppose he doesn't want to come here.
Ah, you forget. He is a hero. Silmaria needs a hero right now. Everyone knows a hero has to go where a hero has to go.
Let's hope he knows that. Just make sure you use the right spell to teleport. The last time you tried this, you brought the clothes and left the person behind.
This time, for sure.
Congratulations. You have successfully completed Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness with the maximum possible score. We welcome you to the ranks of the few, the proud, the true heroes. If you have not already done so, we encourage you to play Shadows of Darkness again with the other character types. Many of the puzzles are different or have alternate solutions. In the meantime, you are already a winner. Please insert a writable disk in your floppy drive to save your winning hero for use in later Quest for Glory games. The save character file has been created. Save this disk for use with later Quest for Glory games from Sierra Online. Thank you for playing Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness. Congratulations again on winning. We hope to see you again in a future Quest for Glory.